Look at your life for a second. How many things did you do this week simply because you were too terrified to say a two-letter word? You said yes to helping someone move when you were exhausted. You said yes to plans you hated. You nodded along to opinions you completely disagree with, all because you're terrified that if you step out of line, someone out there might not like you. Let's be honest. You call yourself a nice person. You tell yourself that you're just empathetic, caring, or considerate. But let me give you the kick in the teeth you actually need. People-pleasing isn't kindness. It's cowardice. It's a mechanism you built because you're addicted to external validation. You're trading your time, your sanity, and your identity just so a bunch of people, half of whom you don't even like, won't think you're mean. And just a quick disclaimer before we go any further. I'm not here to sell you warm hugs and tell you that you're perfect just the way you are. Motivation is a sugar rush, and I'm definitely not selling candy. I'm here to give you the exact framework you need to stop acting like an NPC in your own life and start building some actual self-respect. See, the fundamental scam of people-pleasing is that you think it makes people like you. But let's look at the math. When you say yes to everything, your yes becomes completely worthless. If a store gives away free stuff on the corner every single day, nobody respects the product. They just take it and walk away. That's what you're doing with your life. You're handing out your energy like free samples at a grocery store, and then sitting in your room wondering why nobody values your time. Think about how much energy you're wasting. You spend 20 minutes drafting a text message to decline an invitation because you're trying to find an excuse that sounds believable. Oh, my stomach hurts, my cat is sick, my house is on fire. Why are you lying? You don't want to go. That's the reason. But instead of being honest, you overthink, you stress, and you paralyze yourself over scenarios that only exist inside your head. You had time to scroll social media for 4 hours, but you didn't have 5 seconds to be honest with someone? Make it make sense. Now, why do we do this? Because society programmed you to believe that keeping the peace is your job. But whose peace are you keeping? Theirs. While your internal world is literally collapsing. You're sacrificing your goals, your sleep, and your personal growth to keep someone else comfortable. Which brings us to my next point, the respect paradox. Have you ever noticed that the people everyone actually respects aren't the ones who agree with everything? They're the ones who have firm boundaries. When someone with strong boundaries says yes, you know they actually mean it. When a people pleaser says yes, you know it's just background noise. By trying to make everyone like you, you guarantee that nobody truly respects you, least of all yourself. So how do you actually fix this? You don't need a 10-step masterclass, and you don't need to read 5 books on psychology. It's ridiculously simple, actually. First, implement the hell yeah or no rule. The next time someone asks you for a favor, asks you out, or demands your time, pay attention to your immediate gut reaction. If it's not an absolute hell yeah, I want to do this, then the answer is no. Period. No lingering in the middle, no maybe. Stop living in the gray zone. Second, embrace the discomfort of silence. When you tell someone, no, I can't make it, stop right there. Do not append a 400-word paragraph explaining your life history and why you can't come. You don't owe everyone an explanation for existing. I can't make it, but thanks for inviting me. Done. Let the silence sit there. It's going to feel awkward. Your heart rate might go up. Good. That's the feeling of your spine growing back. Third, accept that some people will be annoyed. And guess what? That is completely fine. When you stop being a carpet, the people who enjoyed walking over you are going to complain. They liked the old pushover version of you because it was convenient for them. When you set boundaries, you weed out the freeloaders in your life. The real ones will respect your boundaries. The users will throw a tantrum. Let them. Their reaction is a reflection of them, not you. Look, life is way too short to spend it living as a side character in someone else's story. You have goals you aren't reaching, skills you aren't building, and a life you aren't living because you're too busy managing everyone else's emotions. I'm not saying this as someone perfect, because I'm not. But I can confidently say that the moment I stopped caring about being liked by everyone, my life completely changed. You gain clarity, you gain focus, and you finally get your time back. This is your wake-up call. Whether you do it or not is entirely on you. But if you decide to lock in today and stop apologizing for existing, you can finally start living for yourself. You're smart. You're capable. And despite acting like a pushover lately, you're still a cutie pie. Now go fix your boundaries and take control of your life.